guys, how's it going? Finally back with you guys. I've been a little bit busy, tied up, getting our properties ready for the market, and they are on the market. Property in Monrovia and a property in Hawthorne. They're finally on the market. We have received offers on them, so we're doing well with them. Should be getting them in escrow soon. I'll keep you guys updated as we go along. Remember to follow us on Facebook, and you can like us here on YouTube as well. I've been getting a lot of not recommendations, but people telling me, you know what, you've been doing all these videos in Spanish. Why don't you do one in English, or do some in English? So I am starting to do these. I do want to start doing these videos in English as well. And this is probably going to be the first video. This is the first video that's going to be in English. And I want to show you guys something that can be very beneficial to you guys in terms of helping you guys out in case you're not doing it already. Investing for yourself or investing for your family, which at the end of the day, it's the most important thing. When you can set your family, set your kids up for their future, and have something set up for them where they can continue on after you're done, and they can show their kids how to better themselves as well. So at the end of the day, this channel was meant to empower people, and for me to be able to give my information or my knowledge of what I know, and be able to pass it on to other people that can use that same information for their benefit, for their family's benefit, for their future, and help them out in some way, shape, or form. That's my objective of this channel. And I like to invest in three things, or this channel is meant. The purpose of this channel is meant for investing in three things. One of them is what I do, real estate. So we invest in real estate. That's our main source of business. We buy property, we fix them up, we flip them. We have a whole team of us. It's not just myself, it's a team of us that do this, and we want to bring you along the way with us as well, and being able to show other people how to do the same thing that we do, in terms of them starting their own business and helping themselves out. So that's one stream of income, and then there's a secondary stream of income for us as well, which is stocks. We invest into stocks and long-term growth projects that can benefit us in the long term. So those are two, but the most important one in all of this is life. We also like to invest and I like to invest time into life, into our kids, into our family, because at the end of the day, I think that's the most important thing that we have on this earth. Besides God is number one, but other than that, it's family. It's the people you love, it's the people that you care for, and that they care for you. So I would like, the purpose of this video is to basically give you an introduction of what this whole channel is going to be about, or what we're going to do, or what we've been doing already. And this video here in particular, I want to start off by I was caught thinking about what I've been investing for some time, but then as you invest, and now I have my own kids as well, I've been wanting to start an account for them so they can start their own investment portfolio. The reason why I've been thinking of doing that is because at the end of the day, with stocks, and kind of the same thing with real estate, is that the real benefit in all of this is long term. So I'll give you an example. My parents bought property, when I was younger. This is back in the 80s, right? So for some of the properties that they have now, that they're worth, over $1 million. Back in the 80s, they were buying those properties for $200,000, and 200,000 or 100,000, and back then it was a lot of money. But now that same property is like a million, 1.5, 800,000 or 2 million or whatever it is. What I'm trying to get to here is the long-term growth of money, the power that money has when it's invested over a long period of time. So I want you guys, what I'm doing, I'm kind of showing you as I'm going along, because this video basically is going to be about opening up an account for my kids so they can invest, so we can start their investment portfolio. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to show you step by step how you can do the same thing for your kids. So if you have your kids, and you're thinking, and you want to think about their long-term future, their long-term goals in life, and for their future, and at the same time, not only that, you can do this for yourself as well. If you don't have kids, hell, I'm going to show you some numbers. I'm going to show you some information that you're going to look at, and you're going to, and I hope that you're able to see the same thing that I see when you involve time and money and interest, and you compound that all mixed in together, and you're gonna see the power that can create. Okay, so I want to show you guys, so you guys could do this for your kids or do this for yourselves. So I'm going to show you step by step. There's a couple of different ways you can go about it, and everybody has their own opinion on how to do it, or what to do or what not to do. Okay, I'm just simply gonna touch a couple of different ones, but I'm gonna keep it real simple, real clean. We just want to go through the numbers, and then I'll walk you through step by step how I'm opening my account. Okay, so let's get started here. We're gonna have, I went to a page here called calculator.net. Okay, now I'm gonna take a simple starting amount, and this is gonna be on a monthly basis. Okay, this is gonna be on a monthly basis. So I'm gonna start off I'm gonna be very conservative, because at the end of the day, I don't want you to think, wow, this is going to make me a millionaire or a billionaire or anything like that. I'm going to keep it very conservative, but then I'm going to go from conservative, and I'm going to show you what we can do together as a team, and show you what you can grow and do yourself. Okay, at the end of the day, this is not about me. It's just about what you can do with this information. Maybe you didn't know about it. Maybe this is already old news to you, but at the end of the day, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and if you want to follow along, you're more than welcome to, and if you don't, it's okay as well. But I think this is some very powerful information here. So, okay, I'm going to take a monthly investment into this portfolio. Okay, I'm going to give you this look here. So you have $1,000. So that means you're gonna be breaking down weekly. You're going to be contributing to this investment. Okay, weekly, on a weekly basis, you're going to be contributing $250 out of your paycheck. So every week you're going to make the commitment to yourself. This is very conservative. Okay, to contribute minimum $250 out of your weekly check. So if your check is $750, you're contributing $250 and you're keeping $500. I know it's tough. I know maybe you might not make that much in a week. You might make less. This is a number I'm just throwing out there. You can do this with all kinds of different numbers. You can plug in your own numbers, but I'm going to show you these numbers. Just go to calculator.net. I'm using their software. It's real simple. You punch in the numbers and you get it yourself. Okay, so if we do $1,000 here, and we do it for 10 years, okay? Now, the S&P 500 return on investment is about 10%, okay? That's the average. Now, I'm not even going that high. I'm not even going 10%. I'm only going 6. Here it is, 6. So I'm going 6% on a yearly basis. That means this money is growing with a 6% interest on a yearly basis. An additional contribution is going to be made $1,000 every month, okay? End of each month. So $1,000. So we start off with $1,000 and we contribute $1,000 every month. That's $250 a week, okay? We're going to make these numbers, we're going to run these numbers, and we're going to calculate it for a 10-year term. So basically, your end balance after 10 years of you contributing $250 to this account on a weekly basis, after 10 years with a 6% interest, that gives you a total amount of this, $164,264.29. You started off with $1,000. Then your total contributions, which is $120,000 because you contributed, remember, $12,000 for the whole year, which was only $250 a week. And it ended up being $12,000 a year, okay? And then your total interest, which is, this is the money that you made. By holding that, by putting $250 a week, you made, for 10 years, you made $43,264 in interest for you, for free. It's not free, but you held it there by not touching it, okay? Now, let me tell you something. Getting back to this. You just made $43,000, 264, okay? With 29 cents on 10 years, contributing only $250 a week, which was $1,000 a month, which is $12,000 a year. So you made $43,264. Now I want you to see the power of numbers and the power and the difference of what 20 years will be, okay? So my kids right now are currently 6 and 9. Sorry, 5 and 9. So if I opened an account today, my son would be 25. 20 years from now, 25, I'm investing $250 a week into my kid's future, and this is what I would have. So by the time he's 25, he would have this. Now by the time he's 25, he would have this. $456,645. Now I want to ask you a question. Do you have that in your bank account right now? You started off $1,000 every month. Your total contributions were $240,000. That was over a 20-year period, okay? Because you did $250 every single week, and your total interest that got paid to you was $215,645 with 77 cents. Now that sounds to me like a good chunk of change in 20 years from now. That if I stay committed and if I commit myself on contributing $250 every week, we can get to this number. But now I'm just giving you the power of numbers, because this can not only be done for your kids, it could be done for yourself. You could do this yourself. You don't have to have kids to do this, because this is the same investment whether you have kids or you don't have kids. I'm just saying this account is going to be for my kids. You get it? This account is going to be for my kids. But look at this. Now I'm going to show you something real crazy right now that might blow the top off your head. Okay? But look at this number. When I plug in 30. Look at the difference. Calculate. Look at these numbers. In 30 years, which if you're 30 years old right now, you could start today. Okay, you can start today, and in 30 years from now, 60, if you stay committed, $250 a week, by the time you're 60, look at the money you're going to have. That's only 30 years, guys. That's why I've decided to open an account for my kids now, today, so that way in 30 years from now, they can have this money in their account with only a $250 weekly investment. They're a millionaire already, $980,000, right? That's 30 years, only $250 a week. Now, that's only that number. You could add, you could put more, whatever you want to do, but I just want you to see this power of monies. So the earlier that they get, that you start training them and letting them know about how important it is to invest in your life at an early age. But I'll tell you something. When I was in high school, there was a teacher by the name of Mr. Putnam. And I went to Southgate High, so some of you might remember him. Mr. Putnam. I remember him clearly telling the whole class, saying, when you guys get older, as a matter of fact, he didn't even say, one of his projects was, we're gonna have a project over the weekend. We're gonna see, everybody needed to select a stock, okay? And he mentioned to us, and he instilled in us. He said, when you guys get a little older, the first thing you guys should do should be invest in stocks. Now, I still remember that to this day. I didn't start investing in the stocks until I was about 30. That's when I started, okay? So everybody gets to start at different ages. But what I did find out by investing in stocks was that the sooner you get in, the higher potential you have of making more money in the long term. When I put 30 years, and if I would have started when I was 20, I want to show you this crazy number. So if you start when you're 20 years old, and people out there that are watching me right now, pay attention to this. If you start when you're 20 years old and you retire at the age of 60, okay? That's from 20 to 60, 40 years. If I plug in 40 years here, doing $250 a week. Now, $6% is a very moderate interest. I'm gonna go with the higher. I'm just gonna go with a little bit higher, which you can do a lot higher than this. But if you just go with an 8%, over 40 years, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. 3.242 million. Your total contributions were only $480,000, but you made $2.761 million. I want you to understand that. I want you to really pay attention to this shit, and let's start thinking differently. Us as people, as you know, I'm a minority. So I want us, you know, to read off of what people are doing out there to make money. Rich families in America, they don't go out there and spend all this stupid money on different things. They invest their money. They buy life insurance. They protect their wealth. That's the way we have to start doing. This is what we got to start doing as minorities in this country. Getting our kids smarter by investing in them, teaching them how to do stuff. We're only here for a little bit of time. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to do the best I can for my kids, because I want them to do the best they can for their kids. And if we can all do that, and we all get smarter as people, stop spending that stupid money. Those $250, you might say to yourself, $250 a week? Damn, that's a lot. Well, I'll tell you this much. You spend $250 a week on some bullshit sometimes. You don't even know what you spent $250 on. It's just gone out of your pocket. So if you're just going to spend $250 a week on bullshit, might as well spend it on this. You become a millionaire. It's a truth. Calculator.net, go there. Input your number, whatever your number is. If it's only $200 a month, do that and look at the numbers. Okay, it's real simple. Input the number, starting amount. Do the starting amount here. You do the after 40 years. If you want to make it a 20-year term, you can do so. There you go. You get new numbers. Bam, bam, bam. Contributions. You want to do starting out with $250 a month. Okay. And then we do $250 a month every additional year. You want to do that for 40 years. Okay. And you get 10% return on your investment. Look at this number. Bam. You're still a millionaire. $250 a month. $250 a month. 40 years. Look at this. 40 years. You're already a millionaire. Are you going to be committed? Will you do that? Will you invest that money into yourself, into your family, into yourself? It's all going to be up to you. At the end of the day, you decide what you want to do. You decide how much money you want to have in your pockets. You decide how much money, how many houses you want to own. You decide how many cars you want to buy. You decide whatever you want to waste your money on. But if you really want to spend and invest that money, invest it into your family, invest it into yourself. Set yourself up. So later on, you're not that person that has to be working at Lucky's or Albertsons. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But you don't have to be working when you're 65. You could be living off of this after. You're not going to need nobody. Nobody's going to have to support you. You're not going to ask anybody for help. You're going to have your own help. You be your help, not nobody else. You be your help. So this is an introduction of what it is with the calculator. This is just a breakdown of the money of what you can see. Okay. So I want to show you. I started off by Googling, investment for kids, and I came up with a couple of different ways of investing for it. But one of the most popular ways was if you go on Google, type in kids college plan. But one of the more popular ways that I've seen is college 52 plan. Okay, I'm gonna stick here with Fidelity because Fidelity is gonna be the company that I end up opening this plan with. It's not gonna be this one. This is just one of the main options that they give, but it's a 529 plan. Okay, it says saving for education. 529 plan is a tax advantage savings account designed to be used for the beneficiary's education expenses. Okay, use the money in your 529 for a wide range of educational expenses, including college expenses, K-12 tuition, certain apprenticeship costs, and even student loan repayments. Control. Unlike a custodial account with a 529 plan, the account owner maintains ownership of the account until the money is withdrawn. Now, this is one of the more popular ones, 529 plan. The only reason why I was not, I didn't like this plan was basically because this money has to be used for college. Somebody, or you could pass it on to somebody else. Somebody else could use it for college, but it has to be used for educational purpose. So, in any decision I make when it comes to business, I don't really want to be held to one way of doing things. I like to be diverse. So I don't really want to stay committed to one way. So this was kind of a turnoff for me. The 529 plan didn't work for what I thought. There was another one which was a Roth IRA for them, which is tax free as well. And I could have opened it up, under my name and used that money and did all kinds of crazy stuff. But I think the one that really made sense for me was a Roth IRA for kids. That made plenty of sense for me. It's a tax-free investment plan where you're not held liable to only it. In other words, you don't have to just hold it and maintain it for education. Because what if my kids say, you know what, Dad, I want to be just like you. I want to open up my own business. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they don't end up using it for education. I'm not going to hold it against them. Okay? I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm going to always follow them and try to guide them the correct way. But if they have a better idea than me, that's beautiful. Because for me, it's like I'm teaching them everything I know so they can be better than me. I don't want them to be at my level. I want my kids to be at a higher level. So Fidelity Roth IRA for kids. This is going to be the brokerage I'm going to use for this account. We do have different accounts for different brokerages, but for this account I'm going to use a Fidelity Roth IRA for kids. Help a child invest in the future. This account can be opened and managed by any adult parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, family, friend on behalf of a minor earning income. Open a Roth IRA for kids. Now I'm going to go through a couple of these items here. Tax advantages. Earnings grow federally tax-free. Withdrawals are tax-free. Minors must be under the age of 18. Okay? Boom. Minors must have employment compensation. Qualifying income can come from a job and or self-employment such as babysitting, mowing lawns, or shoveling snow. Perfect. So in order for you to contribute to this account, the kids must have some type of job. So not me, I'm just not giving any financial advice, but I'm just saying, I've heard it from other people on YouTube as well, is that they can work, you can pay them. Please go on Google or do your own research and get the full details. But if they want to give them a summer job, like mowing the lawn, stuff like that, you can do that. You can pay them, and then you can contribute that money to this plan, this Roth IRA, and have that money for them for their future. So I'll continue here. The adult maintains control of the account and is the sole recipient of account statements and communication. The account must be invested for the benefit of the minor, and all account assets must be transferred when the minor reaches the required age. Varies by state. IRA contributions cannot exceed a minor's earning, e.g. if a minor earns $1,000, then the only $1,000 can be contributed to the account. In other words, if they earn $1,000, that's what you can contribute. There's an annual maximum contribution of $6,000 per child per year for 2019 and 2020. There is no minimum to open the account. Certain investments like mutual funds require a minimum, blah, blah, blah. Investments, options, access a wide range of investment. Okay, so there it is basically, okay? Zero commissions. You don't have to pay anything. You open this account. So I'm going to go ahead and open this account. So on here, open a Fidelity. I'm going to go ahead. No, I'm not a customer. And please enter your name and email address. You can open a new account in a few steps. Okay. So I'll go ahead and enter my name. Email. Okay. Okay. Get started. Custodial personal information. So I'm going to start off by entering all my information. I'll be regarding this otherwise noted. It asks you questions like core position, the money in your account is held until you invest it. You need to select an option below now, but you can change it anytime after. Okay. Government money market fund. Your cash invested in a mutual fund and earns daily dividends to you monthly. SPACs. I guess the difference there would be one is a money market fund, which is more like an investment. So basically what they're trying to say is that when your core position, your money is just sitting there, it's not doing anything, they can use that money and pay you a dividend, or FDIC insured deposit sweep, I guess. Let me see here. Okay, I could change it later if I want. Email preferences. Receive financial documents electronically. Yes. Get our latest thinking every week on the financial markets. Okay, yes. Go. Save. Finish. Next. I guess so next we're going to be setting up a password. Set up your password, username, password. So you set that up. However you want to put your username and password. So once you finish setting up your information, you did your password, you did your username, Then it's going to set up a one-time transfer from a bank account. Okay, so you have to have your bank account already set up. You go to your bank. We went to the bank. We took, all you got to do, we did it with Bank of America. You take your kids, both parents go. All they're gonna ask for is your social security card. I believe I don't even think you need your birth certificate, but just your social security card, yes, because that's the only form of ID that they have. And take the kids with you, and they'll open up the account right there and then. Once they give you the bank account routing number and account number, then you'll simply just go ahead and press continue. And I guess the next step is to do that. So you can go ahead. It's going to be a Roth IRA for minor. And we're going to do link a new bank, I guess. Follow steps to link a new bank. Continue. So they're going to go ahead and text you or whatever, just to confirm that you're the owner of this account. You choose if you want it by text or whatever it is. So they sent a code, kind of like just confirming. There you go. So once you go ahead and input this code, then you'll go ahead and register your account. Now, transfer type, we're going to do electronic funds. Okay, so they could go ahead and transfer the funds. Types of Fidelity accounts are ineligible. Okay, Fidelity account, Roth IRA. Select the bank account you'd like to link. Link a new bank. Okay. Who owns this bank? I am the owner. This is a checking. And what's your bank information? This is where you're going to type in your bank information. So we finally linked up the bank account. Real simple. Now it's going to ask you, where do you want to transfer the money that you're going to be depositing on a monthly basis. We went ahead and opened up an account with Bank of America. We told the person there exactly what we wanted for it. It was going to be for investing. So make sure you don't get a savings account for this, because the brokerage will not be able to draft the money out of a savings account. So it would have to be a checking account. So just make sure you open up a checking account for your kids. They'll be able to have their name on there, and you'll be able to have your name on there as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Bank of America. Okay, delivery times of this money can vary depending on the transfer methods that's selected. See estimated delivery time, select one. Select time, account value, and we are going to deposit. It says here it's going to take anywhere from 1 to 3 business days. I guess the first day or so. The first a transfer takes a little while, but after you get that transfer in, usually they credit you the same day or the next day. Okay, so it usually doesn't take this long, but since it is our first transfer, it's going to take about 1 to 3 business days. So I'm going to go ahead and make the first transfer. I'm going to transfer over $400 is what we started their account with at the bank that day. So I'll go ahead and enter that. And as you see here, there's a contribution. So for every year you have $6,000 contribution every year. So you can do this for this year, 2020, and I think there's a cutoff date. So you have to make sure that you I'm not too sure on the date exactly, but if you research it a little bit, go on Google, type it in, I'm sure you'll get a date for your Roth IRA contribution. And by that date, you have to have the $6,000 or less. And after that date, then you can start it off for the next year as well. And even though we've started this year, 2020 already, you can still go ahead and deposit, because you have up to a certain date. I think it's sometime in December or something, or you can always still deposit. Even if it's past the date, I think they give you a grace period. So you still have time to do this for 2020. you'll still have time. Just do it right away, so that way you can get this going, either for yourself or for your kids. So here we go. So we say continue. We're going to transfer this $400. Boom. There's one last step before submitting your transfer. Review the details. Okay, perfect. Roth IRA for minor. 23. Okay, perfect. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to click submit here. Okay, so it says your transfer request has been submitted. Money sent. So I guess now we're going to have to wait. Once we wait, we open this account up. I'm going to go ahead and download the app on my phone and stuff. And have the app ready. It's going to be real simple. Just download it on your phone. Have the app ready, so when you for the next day or two, you can start getting kind of used to the way the app works. Or if you want to just simply go on from your mainframe here on your computer, let's try it, because I haven't done it. Okay, now we go to the mainframe. There you go. Thank you for adding your bank account. Okay, welcome to your portfolio summary. Start here. Getting started. I guess they walk you through. You know, just give you the basic portfolio summary. Will evolve, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Okay, excited to be working with you on your reach your goals. Close. Perfect. Okay. Thanks for adding your bank account, ending in view new messages in the communication center. Okay. Perfecto. Welcome and thank you for choosing Fidelity Orlando. Now it's time to start using your account. So this is the main frame of the program here. I guess real simple. I haven't done any trades as of yet, but I guess for the next day or so, I'll go ahead and jump on here and kind of go through the different things, and I'll see. We have nothing right now, but just basically a transfer going on. So I'll go ahead and test it out. I'll let you know how I like this platform. I do have an account with Robinhood, but with all the stuff that's been going on, I'm thinking of transferring out, maybe opening up an account with Webull. But I'll see. Well, that will bring us to a close for this portion, and then once I open it up, I'm going to take you on a journey, because we're opening it up. And this is going to be another account that I'm going to follow on our Facebook page and on our YouTube on oginvesting.com. You can go there as well for more information. But we're going to be following this account. So I'm going to take you through the process. So we're going to start from, this account is going to start fresh. So we're going to do a commitment every week. Every week of doing minimum $250 investing into this account on a minimum basis. So that means if I have $500 to invest into this account on a weekly basis, that's what I'm going to do. Whatever I can to fulfill that, that amount, whatever amount I need to put in. But we're going to do that. And we'll make this grow, and we'll bring it along so that way you guys can see it as well. It is going to be a max of 6,000. I think there's other ways as well to add a little bit more. I think, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that. But it's going to be a way for you guys to see it and see how this evolves with time, and you could do the same thing. So with that, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching this video. If you did find anything that helped you out, or you think you can find it useful, please make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. So if you can do that for us, we'd really appreciate it. Get this video and get this information out to more people. People that can use this for themselves, use this for loved ones, show other people. People can learn. That's what this whole thing is about. Learning. Something you didn't know. If you did know, good for you. But if you didn't, well, hopefully this can help you out. Okay, once again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.